It began not with an explosion, not with an invasion, but with a whisper of death carried by ships, rats, and invisible microbes, a silent force that would soon erase entire families, empty cities, and change the destiny of Europe forever. This was the Black Death, the most devastating pandemic in human history. In the mid-14th century, the world was more connected than ever before through trade routes linking Asia, the Middle East, and Europe. And along these routes, merchants transported silk, spices, gold, and unknowingly, a deadly bacterium called Yersinia pestis, carried by fleas living on rats, traveling across deserts, rivers, and oceans, hidden inside cargo holds and wooden crates. The first major warning signs appeared in Central Asia, where entire towns suddenly fell silent, and from there, the disease followed merchant caravans to the great trading hub of Constantinople, where ships crowded the harbors. And from there, it spread rapidly across the Mediterranean, reaching ports in Italy, including the powerful trading city of Venice, which unknowingly became one of the main gateways of death into Europe. In 1347, infected ships arrived in Italian ports, and what followed was beyond imagination. Sailors collapsed on docks, merchants died in marketplaces, and entire crews were found dead in their cabins, while strange symptoms began to appear: high fever, unbearable pain, vomiting, and most terrifying of all, dark swollen lumps called buboes growing in the neck, armpits, and groin, signs that death was only days or even hours away. From Italy, the plague spread like wildfire, carried by travelers, soldiers, and traders, moving through villages and cities without mercy, reaching Florence, where writers described streets filled with corpses and homes abandoned overnight, then crossing mountains and rivers into France, devastating cities such as Paris, where cemeteries overflowed and mass graves were dug in desperation. By 1348, nearly every major European region was infected: England, Spain, Germany, Scandinavia, and Eastern Europe. And everywhere, the story was the same. Families disappeared in days, priests died while giving last rites, doctors collapsed beside their patients, and entire neighborhoods turned into ghost towns, while people watched helplessly as loved ones died without any effective treatment. Medical knowledge at the time was limited, and most people believed the plague was caused by poisoned air, divine punishment, or evil spirits, leading to desperate and often harmful responses. Some burned incense and herbs, others fled into the countryside, unknowingly spreading the disease further, while religious groups marched through streets whipping themselves, begging for forgiveness, hoping God would spare them. Fear soon became as deadly as the disease itself. Neighbors stopped helping each other. Parents abandoned sick children, friends refused to open doors, and trust collapsed under the weight of survival, while rumors spread, leading to violence against minorities who were falsely accused of causing the plague, creating chaos on top of tragedy. Between 1347 and 1351, the Black Death killed an estimated 1/3 to 1/2 of Europe's population, tens of millions of people, making it one of the greatest demographic disasters in human history, wiping out generations, destroying communities, and leaving vast areas of farmland empty and cities half deserted. Yet from this destruction, unexpected changes began to emerge. With so many workers dead, labor became valuable. Peasants demanded higher wages, feudal systems weakened, and social structures slowly shifted, giving ordinary people more power than ever before, while survivors began questioning old beliefs about life, death, and religion. The pandemic also transformed medicine and public health, as cities gradually introduced quarantine systems, sanitation rules, and health inspections, learning painfully that disease could be controlled through organization and prevention, even if the true cause was still unknown. By 1351, the worst wave had finally passed, leaving behind a traumatized continent filled with mass graves, broken families, and haunted memories. but also a new awareness of human fragility, a reminder that no empire, no army, and no wealth could protect against an invisible enemy. The Black Death was not just a disease, it was a turning point in history, a moment when humanity confronted its own mortality on a massive scale, reshaping society, economics, science, and culture for centuries to come, and proving that sometimes the greatest forces in history are the ones we cannot see.